Yes, sir.
Okay.
Workshop. So today I will be talking about the critical thinking and innovation design through the mind mapping. So just before moving to the towards the topic, I just would like to give the brief idea about the Institute of Chemical Technology Mumbai, which has a great history and legacy, as today's most of the audience is majorly the students and the faculties. So this Institute of Chemical Technology Mumbai, it is established in pre-independence era in 1933 as UDCT. It started with 3 branches, and currently we have 11 branches of chemical technology, pharmaceutical sciences, and chemical engineering under its roof. We have courses from bachelor's to PhD in chemical engineering, pharmaceutical branches, and the applied chemical technologies. ICT has been ranked 5th in pharmacy for NIRF ranking. All bricks ranking is 115 and QS brick ranking is 152. This is just a photograph of the Institute of Chemical Technology, and I am sure all of you would like to visit Mumbai and the ICT Mumbai. Then there are different national and international milestones. Institute has pride and honor in contributing to produce 11 Padma Shris and 3 Padma Vibhushan awardees. It has produced more than 500 first generation entrepreneurs in Indian industry, and I hope you must have heard the first generation entrepreneur yesterday itself. Then we have research facilities and infrastructure, which is acknowledged by the collaboration with various international universities. Our faculty members are the heads or the technical experts on various premier government organizations like CSIR, UGC, DST, CFTR, RI, FSSI, and many others. So just going through the history of the ICT, it has been founded in 1933 as a UDCT under the University of Bombay. Right now it is University of Mumbai. Then it became MUICT under University of Mumbai in 2002. Then we got the Autonomous Institute under the University of Mumbai in 2004. Got the status of deemed university in 2008. And then it is the only university which has got the elite status and Center of Excellence from the government of Maharashtra in 2012. And it is the category 1 institute with graded autonomy in 2018. We have spread our wings, and now we have the satellite campuses. One is outside Maharashtra, that is IOC Bhubaneswar, which started in 2018, and the another one is ICT Marathwada Jalna campus, which is very nearby you, which started in 2018. And just to name a few decorated and world leader personalities, Padma Vibhushan Dr. M.M. Sharma, who is known as the father of Indian chemical industry, is from ICT Mumbai. Mr. Mukesh Ambani, who every one of us knows him, who is the India's richest person, we can say, is from ICT Mumbai. Padma Vibhushan Dr. R.A. Mashelkar, who is known as a patent man of India and who is currently a chancellor of Institute of Chemical Technology. He is from this same institute. So yes, now moving towards our topic of critical thinking and innovation design through the mind mapping. So in this case, just before moving towards the topic of the mind mapping, I would like to ask you a few questions, like whenever we are going to talk about the critical thinking, but why do we need to have the critical thinking, and how can we have the innovative ideas every time? So the first and foremost question comes to the mind is, whenever we suppose you are going to do some specific project, or you are going to become an entrepreneur, or you are going to plan some specific event, in case of, it is not only the professional, in case of the personal life too. So there, if you are going to plan some holiday trip, or if you're going to plan an event like a birthday party or something, so what do you do first thing? So whatever information you already have, like if you want to arrange a birthday party, so what are all things which you need to arrange, and accordingly you can plan an event. But number of times, if we consider the, suppose example being you being a research student, if we talk about the research project, And if there are students who have been told to start with the research project from the next month. So what is the first thing they are going to do? Number of time it happens that students are floating here and there, checking out with what to do, what not to do, what literature is available from the literature, what I can think of, how, what is the basic problem which I want to actually solve. If I want to solve it, how I can solve it. So number of times the structured mind is not there, and then because of which we just float here and there without having a proper output for that specific project or for that specific event management. So in general, if we can think about, if you have got encounter with some specific information, what should you keep in mind whenever you got some information? So should you keep in mind, like if you are going to do a research project, so should you see to it that it is a current literature? Do you need to know that whether it is a complete literature or not? You need to check out whether this literature, whatever is given, is from a renowned journal, reviewed journal or not, or all these things should be kept in the mind. So whenever we talk about the literature survey, so all these things should be kept in the mind. It is not like कि हाँ इन्होंने बोल दिया है so we can use it. So that should not be the case. Likewise, there are number of things which any critical thinker or a person who would like to have a innovative things in their project or in planning any specific event, they should have. So regarding all these things, we are going to see how the mind mapping, one of the tool which can help you out to have a critical thinking and have a innovative ideas, so that whatever thing you are going to do in your future, it can be a structured thing. You will have a definite focused output and you will be happy. Obviously, why each and everything why we are doing is to make yourself satisfied, you make yourself happy. So unless and until you have all these things in a lineup, then only you will be satisfied for yourself. So in this case, the first thing comes to the mind is, what is mind mapping? We are talking about, you must have seen the topic mind mapping, but what is this mind mapping? So it is basically a brainstorming technique which is like a Swiss army knife for the brain. So I'm sure most of you must not have heard of this mind mapping, or you must have heard this for the first or the second time. But after listening to the this workshop or this lecture, or after doing some specific activities, I'm very sure that you're going to use this mind mapping technique in different fields of your life. And it is not only the professional, it could be personal and professional both. Wherever you think it can be used, so that you can have a better output. And what it is going to give you is, it will help you to think critically and innovatively. So although I am saying that it is a brainstorming tool, so it is not like you only professional life you can use it, or in professional life also for just for the planning a conference or for doing a research project you can use it. You can use it even right now, right while doing this, while listening to this lecture, or in general for your own class lectures, while the teacher is talking to you and telling you something about the specific topic, you can use this mind mapping technique, so that you can easily remember the things for your studies also. You can plan different event, you can plan your research project. So it can, you can write a review article, like if you have something in mind that you would like to write a review article or write a book, overall book or a book chapter, in that case also you can use this mind mapping technique. So just what it looks like. So this is what the mind map looks like. So here you can see that the heading or the title or the central theme is written at the center. So in this case, our central theme is mind mapping. So our today's main focus is the mind mapping for critical thinking and the innovative idea designing. But by how? By using the mind map technique. So here you can see the central theme is the mind map which has been written, and then there are different branches which are coming out from the central theme, and from those branches there are some sub branches to the main branches. So here what we can do is, we can use the keyword or the images for making this mind map. This mind map can be used as, again, I had told you that it can be used for the project planning or event planning, setting up your career goals, planning a strategy for focusing towards the specific output. Like if you want to, as I have told you about the research project, if you want to do a research project, it could be for a faculty also. It is not only always for a research student. Obviously, if I have my research students for masters and PhD, it is my duty also to check out how would I like to have my own project. So before giving it to the students, I will have something in my mind that yes, this I would like to do. So for that also you can use this mind map. So you, for the first thing you come to your mind for the research project is you have to do the literature survey, right? So what is already been done and what is the research gap. So from the research literature survey, you are going to find out what are the research gaps, so where you can contribute as a scientist or as a student. Once you find out the, yeah, these are the research gap and here you can work something, then you can have your research hypothesis. Yes, I want to, I'm thinking of, if I do something like this, so this could be the output for that specific reaction. So this is going to be research hypothesis. Then you will plan about the research objective. Okay? Yes, based on this, these 2 or 4, based on for masters, it could be 2, for PhDs, it could be 4 to 6 different objectives you can plan. So doing all these things or planning a research project in a structured way, mind map is one of the best way, I would say. And we have also using this mind map to do the planning of different events like conferences, different events, like writing, doing a research project, writing a book. Like I am planning to write a one book on one specific topic. So right now I am just working on my mind map, how to go about the different chapters, how I can have a links for the different chapter, what are the different things or subheadings which I can have in chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in a one page itself, I can get to know the overall view of what I need to do. So it is like the entire landscape of the project you can see in the one view. So the first thing what the mind map does is the planning. The second branch, if you can see, which is in yellow, it's the creativity. So when you start writing the keywords on the paper, automatically new ideas will float in your mind. Number of time what happens, we don't write anything and we just keep on thinking, इसके आगे क्या करूँ, उसके आगे क्या करूँ, इससे क्या होगा, and number of times we miss out on the different points. So when you start writing the keywords on the paper, automatically new ideas will float in your mind and more innovative ideas will be generated. So it is, and it is not I am who is saying, it is there is a research which has been done on this specific mind mapping also, and they are saying based on the use of this mind map tool, there are people who have given their feedback saying that the creativity or the innovative thinking in them has been increased. Then the next point, if you can say, is the productivity. So if, since you can get the entire landscape in one view, planning becomes more efficient and you don't miss out on any specific point because everything has been written on a one single page. Then nowadays, because everything is now it is becoming offline, we can say, but majorly if you have seen this pandemic time, everything has been online. So online mind mapping tool is one of the important thing we can say to have a collaborative work. And here you need to see to it this mind mapping work better when you do it in a team, because obviously you, different people, if there are there, so on a single specific topic, everyone would have a different perspective. So you will have a better mind map, obviously the better planning for your overall project. Then if you can just check out that here also at the same time, if it is a teamwork and there is a team of suppose 6 people and each and everyone has to do one specific work, so in the mind map you can assign the work also. Like here it is planning, creativity, productivity and all those things. So you can give that the Jyoti Gokhale is going to do the planning, so you can have my name over there and you can have a target date yes, by this end of the February, the planning of the specific conference has to be done. Then you can have a creativity that how the conference advertisement would be there, what are the other things related to the creativity are being given to person B, and these are to be finished before the 15th of Feb. So likewise, you can have a number of things through the mind mapping. And the final benefit, as we are talking about, obviously the overall view you can get in a one specific page. You can assign the work to the individual in the team, set the deadlines and everything. So in general also, if people are, and you can share this mind, it is not like, yeah, I have prepared the mind map so it is going to be with me. No. So if I have my 5 to 6 team members, I can share my mind map with all of them, and they can also edit the mind map. Like if the person B is been given a work of this to be done, so if he finishes his work, he can modify it online saying that my target was this and I have finished this work. And me being suppose the manager or being a faculty, I can just check out, Achha, these are the 5 to 6 students to whom I have given the work, and one of them has already finished, second one of them is towards finishing, third one has not started the working. So you can just check out everything on a one go. And also there is a research where they have said that because of the mind map, uh, the people are memorizing the things very clearly. Like people have shared their experiences while studying. If they have made the mind map, even after 10 years, if you just look at the mind map, they can remember all the details of the topic. So the structure of the mind map resembles the neural network in our brain, and hence the brain can remember the things easily in the mind map. So the lastly, and it is the fun to actually speaking, I would share with you the different websites which are free, on which you can make your own mind map. So it is a fun to make a mind map, and obviously at the same time you are going to plan something related to your career, related to your project, or anything personal too, the holiday trip too. So it is the simple, fastest and the fun liking thing we can say. Then in general, little bit about the introduction about the mind map. So who has invented it and all those things. So this technique was invented by Tony Buzan in 1970s. As I already said, that the way in which the mind map is prepared and read, it naturally suits the functioning of the neural network in the brain, and hence it becomes more effective. So this technique is quick and easy to implement, easily memorized and quickly recalled. And it also supports the generation of the new thoughts, innovation and brainstorming at the same time. So now suppose we generally say that the use of the picture or the graphics always make your presentation attractive. So here is the example. Suppose if write in the slide that many people have a problem with motivation. So just being in the text, we are not going to remember much things. But if I just put some photograph here and if I write it motivation problem, so people will remember this more easily than remembering the whatever is been written, just given in the text type of a thing. So based on this, now you have to pay attention, and when I flash the next slide, you have to tell me what is the thing that what is what is there on the slide that you notice first. So you may use the chat box to share your answer. So when you see the next slide, whatever you notice first, immediately post it in the chat box. So is everyone ready to go? So I'm just pressing the next slide. So you have to just post the answer, whatever you have seen, immediately once I flash this slide. One or two answers. House, house. So when you say house, is it the word which has been written downstairs at the house, or do you mean the picture of the house? Greenhouse, yes. Image, picture, image. So yes, perfect. So here, many of you have given the answer as a green color house. Some of you have written picture, some of you have written image, and some of you have written house, but I'm sure you must be saying that it is green color house. So images makes your slide more impactful, right? So visual memories are the strongest memories. So do you remember from which movie this dialogue is by chance? Anyone? Visual memories are the strongest memories. It is a dialogue of the one of the very famous film and which is pretty recent, Drishyam. So there is somebody who is saying Drishyam and it is perfectly right answer. So this is the dialogue from the movie Drishyam. So there the character Tabu, who was the IG of the Goa, she speaks this dialogue when she understood that the reason behind the strong holding of the what family of the Ajay Devgan did at Panjim. So basically the family of Ajay Devgan created the visual memories which made them strong. So in brain, the information is processed in many ways and visual information plays a central role in that, we can say. So we can describe a thing by using many words like house is green, it has slanted roof, etc., etc. But just by putting up one picture will tell, so putting up just one picture can tell you 1000 different words. So brain can store the keywords even though it cannot store the minute details. But if you see the picture, you will remember it and automatically you can recall the details. So exactly the same thing happens when we start preparing or using the mind map, because it is like a picture and it is stored effectively in our brain. So now you will see, wow, why do we need to do the mind mapping and all those things if I can just prepare the list, right? जो हम लोग normally grocery के लिए वगैरह करते हैं ना. So why do I need to do all this mind mapping and all those things? And I can just prepare my own list that what I have to do for the birthday party or for that matter for review article writing or research project writing. So here is one example. So can't I just stick to my list and be the conventional, which is the conventionally tried and tested techniques which we generally say? But here it is the another example. If what is the difference between the two? So in the mind map, you can see that the information is structured in a way that mirrors exactly how our brain functions. So it is in a radiant fashion rather than a linear fashion. So if you see the conventional list, it is in a linear fashion: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if you check for the mind map, it is in a radiant fashion. So it maps out an idea using association and it triggers that extract and then connects the information in your head into something visible and structured manner. So which is more easy to remember or easy to recall, we can say. And again, there is a research which shows that the brain likes to work on the basis of association, and it will connect every idea or the memory or piece of information to tens, hundreds, or even thousands of other ideas or concepts. So whatever I am talking, you just try to relate with your own things and you can easily understand what I mean here. So this is just an example how the mind map can be there versus the conventional list, and which one you would think that can be remembered or can be recalled easily. So now there could be chances that in mind map itself, there different people can prepare a different type of mind map, and that's okay. It is not like that everyone should prepare it the same way I am preparing. No. So there could be different people preparing different mind map, and that is why earlier I was telling you that the collaboration or the teamwork. So even if you want to prepare one mind map, if number of people are there, and together if you are trying to brainstorm about that specific idea or about that specific project, then each one will bring out something different to the table. So likewise, that is why it has been always recommended, if you can have a teamwork from doing the mind mapping. And here also you can just check out on the right hand side figure, which is of the mind map. It is drawn in a traditional way. हम लोग जैसे family tree बनाते हैं, kind of a thing you can check out for this. So it is a traditional way of making a mind map when people used to do it on a paper. So drawing branches and writing a keyword to the branch, the left hand, whereas the left hand side one is the way how the online creates. So now there are different online tools which have been there, and if you want to prepare your mind map, it will look like this, which is on the left hand side, and the right hand side one is the one which you the people used to do it conventionally. So for whom this mind map would be better? Like what are the applications हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, so क्या है इसके application? So who should use this mind map? So basically it is perfect for brainstorming in group, visualizing the concept effectively. It is effective for making the presentation or communicating the ideas effectively with the audience. It is a recent, as I was saying, that it is a recent online working, because using an electronic notebook, graphic organizer, etc., you can easily do it. Then again, in the online tool, it can be very effectively used in for collaboration. Like I was saying, that if you have a team of 5 to 6 members and each and every member has been given different tasks, you can easily use it, and it would be easier for the manager or the faculty to just check out the progress of any specific project or any specific event in a one go or on a one single page. Also, it is a very effective tool to run the meetings or to take down the meetings notes. So meeting notes, maybe you can just use your pen and paper and have the mind maps, so that you will just remember what all things were discussed in the meeting and what you need to do also for that matter. Also, you can use it in a number of people, especially for the master students if there are there. So for master students, if you're going to publish a paper, nowadays they ask for a graphical abstract. So this mind map, it can also be used to prepare your graphical abstract of your overall research project. So likewise, it can simplify the task, assign the responsibilities, and overall project management has been better. So, and it can also be perfect for essay writing, article writing, book writing, or for giving talks and everything. Then what are the benefits of the mind map? So obviously till now we have number of times seen what are the major benefits of the mind map. So we'll just quickly go through the what are the other things which we can say. So mind map helps you to visualize the entire picture at one go. It improves the memory retention and concentration level. It fosters the imagination, increases creativity, improves problem solving skills. So because you can see the entire picture at one go, it helps in clarifying the goals of the project and better planning of action points to achieve these goals. If you are using this technique for studies, it will save the study time and it will also help you to memorize the topic better. So especially in case of the bachelor students who are majorly having the theory papers, so for them it is also going to be very, very important. And for masters or PhD students, if they are there, then it is going to be very useful to plan their own project, or for bachelor students also to plan their career, what could be the different career options, and what for all what things what you would like to do. So once you chalk it down, then it becomes easier. This mind mapping, it expands the brain functionality. So as we have already discussed, the way mind map is presented, it is closely related to the neural network in our brain, and hence it expands the brain functionality. So since branches radiates out from the central idea, and then they divide the topic into the subtopics through sub branches, it organizes the well thought. So if you have a linear conventional list, as we talked about, and if you check out the mind map, So this radiant thing, it as it relates to the our brain functioning, you can easily memorize the thing and also recall the things. And there could be chances that if there are some similar topic, you can club those topic together so that you can present the idea to the people. It creates a nice flow of the presentation. It makes the story complete, we can say. We always say कुछ भी हम लोग करने जाते हैं तो join, connect the dots, make the story of out of it. So basically by using the mind map, you can make the story complete in a one single page. Also, this mind mapping is collaborative tool for the problem solving. So as you use different colors, different images, so or nowadays what we call it as on WhatsApp, those emojis. So this mind map becomes an attractive presentation, you can say, at the center theme, and it improves the long-term memory of the factual information in the participant. So as you become more and more expert at making the mind map, you will become more faster in generating and organizing the ideas, because number of times sometimes you can have the generation of ideas is there कि काफी लोग बोलते हैं ना मेरे पास ना बहुत आइडियाज है, लेकिन उसमें से करना क्या है ना वो मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. So there it is very important. And number of times people feel like मुझे ना सूझ ही नहीं रहा है मैं क्या करूं. So once you start making a mind map, then immediately the newer and newer ideas can be generated. And again, as I was saying, that you should do it in a teamwork so that it would be more uh, more important to each and every one of you, and the mind map which has been generated would be more impactful. So likewise, it gives you the structured information from which you can decide upon how to go about any specific project, any specific event, any specific review article writing, research manuscript writing, and everything. So likewise, it enhances the critical thinking, we can say. So again, where we can apply the mind map, now almost every one of you must have understood that planning a research project, planning a business project, yesterday itself you have listened to the entrepreneurship lecture. So if some of you, I'm sure if there are people more than 200, so there must be one or two or 4 or 5 people who would be planning to have their own business. So planning a business project, planning any specific event, like there are a number of times at the institute level we have a seminar, conferences, and number of things, or the annual gatherings, annual meetings. So for doing all these things, this mind map can be used. Also it can be used to write a book, as I was saying that I'm planning to write a book on one specific topic. So I'm using this mind map. I'm actually preparing the mind map how I can go about the different chapters, how I can have a connectivity to different chapters, which chapter should come after which chapter, what are the sub headings in each chapter, and all those things. And it is not, as I was again saying, it is not only for professional. You can use this mind map at personal level too, like just planning a holiday trip, planning your birthday party of your kid or anyone. So it can be used at personal and professional, both the levels. So then what are the basic essential characteristics to have the mind mapping, or while doing the mind mapping? So here are some few essential characteristics. The main idea or the topic of the subject should be written at the center. As we have seen, the mind mapping for today's presentation, mind mapping is our center, we can say. So you have to write your center idea or the main topic in the center. Also you can use the image as a central theme. So it is not always like that you have to use some specific word. You can use the image too, which can easily which can be easily understood by anyone about that specific topic. Then the main themes it or the topics radiate out from the central theme as a branches, and branches comprise of a keyword or a key image. So here you need to understand that we are going to write a keyword. We are not going to write a sentence and sentence to have the different branches. Then the topics of lesser important. So first you have a central theme, then you have a branches, and then you can have a tweaks to the relative branch. So specific topic which is related to that specific branch. So the branches and sub branches, it forms a connected nodal structure. So these were the essential characteristics. So there are, obviously it is not like कि हम लोगों को जैसे करना है वैसे we can just prepare the mind map. No, it is like it is a proper tool, scientific tool which can be utilized. So there are obviously number of rules which you should follow when you prepare a mind map. But at the same time, what I feel for myself is it's a free form of the brainstorming. So if you are going to use it just for yourself, if I'm going to use it just for writing my own book, then it is my idea how I can use it. But still there are few rules which I would say which I should share with you, so that it becomes little easier and a proper scientifically proper mind map, and which could be impactful. So we'll just see one by one what are the basic rules while preparing the mind map. So the few basic rules. First is the central theme, as is the main heading of the that mind map. So it is placed in the center of a blank page. So this is the title or the subject or the problem you would like to solve, or just a thought. So when we think about something, the images automatically come to our mind, right? Like if we think about the birthday party, so immediately a colorful bunch of balloons come to our mind. So likewise, whatever you have in your mind and any specific thought, the image immediately comes to our mind. Then the branches and sub branches, they radiate from the central theme. So there can be 5 to 6 branches, and those many sub branches coming out of the main branch. So it should be generally understood that too many branches, it will make it more cluttered. So that is why it should be structured. And it so the two branches, and the another point is the whatever main branches you are doing, so those two branches should not rejoin together. So you may have a connection between the different branches, but that can be shown as a dotted line, so that we will see later. There should not be any content which is floating in the mind map. Okay, that should be connected to some or the other branch. Nothing should be just floating in the mind map. And then as I was saying, that instead of using the sentences or the questions, we should always use the key words. So like when we say always use the keyword, because sentences are difficult to read, right? And only a few limited number of associations can be made. Hence, we should use the keywords. So you can see here the example. So suppose I am making a mind map for planning a birthday party. So there I should not use the questions or sentences like what do I need for a party, whom do I need to send invitation. Instead of we should use the keywords or sometimes the answers to the questions that you are asking. So here you can see the birthday, party, invitation, family, friends, colleagues, and likewise. Then one word per branch. So why? Because the mind map generally summarizes the information. So instead of using the sentences, ideally only single keywords generally is been used, and a single word per association gives you more freedom or the clarity, creativity. So like just take an example. If we are writing a happiness, so you will write good friends, and your thought will end there. कि whenever मतलब आपको कब कैसे happiness मिलेगा, तो it is generally with the good friends, and when once you said the good friends, your thought will just end there. But if you use a single word, then it will be like your happiness, then you will say about the friends. Then if you just say friends, then there could be good friends, old friends, new friend, false friend. So nowadays people are having the Facebook friends, Instagram friends, so which are generally we call it as a false friend. So for those also, like the good old new, you can further have the sub branches like the old friends from the school, or childhood friends or just the school friend, etc. So when we use a single word, it gives us a freedom to expand the topic further. And obviously we want to expand the topic further. It is not like you have to just shorten down everything. We have to create ideas, and to create ideas, once you use the number of words together, then it stops there. So instead of, like we have taken the example, if you have a minimum number of words, especially in case one word per branch, it will help you to expand your idea. Then the associations. So it is very important. So from the central theme association radiate out. So associations are directly from the central theme. They are called as the first level associations. Then from the first level, there can be second level associations can be created, then third level, and so on and so forth. So the brain thinks by the imagination and association. So when associations are created, connections are made. And these connections are important for remembering and thinking. So it is very, very important point whenever we are going to do the mind map. These association, first level association, second level association, third level association, and as you go on increasing, so when you have association, then only the connection can be made, and these connections are very much important for remembering or recalling or thinking anything. So the mind map can have a different or many first level associations, we can say, but I would say generally the maximum of 7 first level associations would be good. Hence limit our association to few number, because the few association, it will give you a clear view, as it can be seen in the right hand side map. So here if you just compare the right and left hand side map, so right hand side would be more clear, even though the left hand side has a more associations. So accordingly, obviously you have to have a balance for everything, and we always say balance should be there. So likewise you can decide upon, let's have a not more than 7 first level association, and then the second level, third level associations. Then the color and images. So you can use, once you see the online tool, you can use the different colors and images to make the mind map attractive. So the use of color is important because again the research has shown that the people who use the color and images in their imagination when they are learning, they are better in remembering than those who don't. So you must have seen people, like I was one of them, that whenever I used to take the notes, I used to use the different pens, red, green, blue, and I used to have for different types of point, I used to write that kind. I still have those few of my notes, especially of the yoga training course as sir was saying. So during that time, I have prepared the notes which have a different colors. So you can easily understand कि कहाँ से क्या किसका क्या meaning है. So it is for everyone's own self. So different colored lines help to separate the different areas of mind map. So color gives, we can say that it gives the extra strength to the association, and it can have a meaning of its own, and you can easily check out with again the right and left hand side mind map. Then these are some of the frequently used symbols, I can say, and I'm very sure you must be similar with such kind of different emojis on the WhatsApp nowadays. So these are few of the symbols which you can use in your mind map too. So here we will just take one example of, because a holiday, obviously it is very close to everyone's heart, and instead of talking all the professional things, we just thought of we can have a personal level ka example too. So if we are just planning about the holiday mind map. So here you can see what are the important thing, location. So what we have decided, we want to go to the North India. So where in North India? Himalayas. Himalayas में कहाँ पे? Himachal Pradesh और Uttarakhand. or both. Then in Himachal, Shimla Kulu Manali, in Uttarakhand Nainital Jim Corbett. So it becomes easy कि मुझे कहाँ कहाँ कैसे कैसे जाना है. ठीक है. So once the location is finalized, you can think about the dates. क्या कब मैं जा सकती हूँ? I have holidays in February, so second week or third week of February I can go. So the date is been there. Then accompanying. So with whom, with all I would like to go. So obviously I would like to go with my friends. So we have a couple of friends from the masters, so their spouses and us, all of us are friends. So we have thought of these 5 different families who will be accompanying for this trip. Then what is going to be the accommodation? Obviously, if we are going for so many days, we have to have the accommodation, so we can have a rental apartment, or if we are planning for a Jim Corbett, then we can have a forest rest house. So rental apartment in Manali, so Amaya to book. So here you can see, what who all are going: Sagar, Jyoti, Amaya, Meghna, Rohan, Megha, and all those things. And here you can check out. So for the Manali, Amaya has to book the apartment, and for the Jim Corbett also Amay has to book. So it is his responsibility to book the accommodation. Then what are we going to do once you go? So we are going to plan the different activities. So there could be different things: adventure activities, trekking, jungle safari, and all those things. So in jungle safari, so it is going to be a Jim Corbett National Park, so Rohan has to book for the safari. Or the adventure activities mein rafting and para jumping are there, so which we would like to do. So Sagar is going to book that for the rafting and para jumping. Then the transportation, how we are going to do. So plane till Delhi, then go by to the Indigo ka website, have a tickets. So how many adults are there, how many kids are there, and who is going, this should be green, Vilas to book. So who is going to book for the tickets? The same, we have to also rent a car. So we are planning to self drive. So for self drive, Zoom car is there. So for Zoom car, who is going to do it? So the Praful is going to. So from each these 5 families, each and everyone has been given us one specific task, and so that not only one family have all the burden of doing each and everything. And because from the just one page we have decided each and everything, and you can easily check out for the dates, you can check out for the different activities whatever we are going to do, check out for the transportation, whatever how we are going to do, and all those things. So likewise you can have for different things. We have taken a simplest example so that you can easily relate to it. You can have it for your research activities, you can have it for your business plan or any event planning. Then reading the mind map. So obviously there are some, as we were talking, there are some rules related to reading the mind map. So we should always read from the this 2 to 10. So it is not like आपको जहाँ से चाहिए वैसे read करो. So there are, especially what kind of mind map you are doing, or what is the main objective of your mind map. So based on that, it is important. So here we have given the general sequence for you to understand. So the holiday is our main center theme. So the first one would be the location. Obviously कि कहाँ जाना है ये हम लोगों को decide करना है. So you have to start with your location. So from this 1 to 2 to 3, then 4, then 4 ke sub branches, that is 5, 6, 7, then come to 8, 9 and 10, and after 10 you have to go to the second branch, that is dates ki kab hum log jane wale. Then 11, 12, 13, then whatever next you are going to have would be 14, and so on and so forth. So likewise you have to read the mind map from the place 2 to 10. So here again, there are different rules. It is not compulsory that you should always have it, but ordering, like from general to more specific. So likewise holiday, first we started with the location. So location में हम लोगों का इतना decided था कि इंडिया में जाना है. So इंडिया में where, so center part of India, north, south, east, west, at least that you have to go on specifying. So once we specify North India, then North India में कहाँ पे, Himalayas में और कहाँ पे. So these are the 2 places where we would like to go from there also. Which one are the more specific place where you would like to go? We would like to go for Shimla, Kulu Manali, and in Uttarakhand, Nainital and Jim Corbett. So likewise, from general, you can go towards the specific, or it could be abstract to concrete. So like you can decide on the first कि हम लोगों को ना कुछ तो activities करनी है. So what activities? So we would like to do some adventure activities, and we would like to do some trekking, we would like to do some jungle safari. So, and in adventure activities, it could be rafting and parajumping. So either you can go from this to this, or abstract to more concrete. So the rafting and parajumping is a adventure activities, and adventure activity is an activity which we would like to do. So either you can go like this from the abstract to concrete, or you can go like other side too. Then the ordering from the whole to parts. Like whenever we say that we have a family, so whenever you say the family, it has a member. So family as a whole, and members are the part of it. So likewise, like the radiator is a part of an engine is a part of a car, or tire is a part of a wheel, and it is a part of a car. So likewise, you can go from a whole to parts, or mixing the different types of ideas. So you can mix the abstract and concrete idea, general specific idea, or together. So it can be either way, whatever you like. So you don't have to go in much detail of all these things, but these are the specific rules which I thought that you people should be knowing whenever you are going to plan for the activities. Then next comes is the answers to your questions. So it is like you have to ask the questions, and then from that you can prepare the mind map. So in a mind map usually consists of the answers given to the questions. So the questions themselves are mostly not in the mind map. So for better understanding of these, questions can be restructured. So the questions can be what, why, who, where, and when. So when a 5 question is successfully restructured, just a minute. Yeah. So when the 5W questions are successfully restructured, the answer in the mind maps becomes more clear. So like for example, while making a mind map for a holiday, ask question, where are we going for a holiday? Write answer for it as a branch. Then when are we going for a holiday? Who is going on a holiday? Where are we going to stay? Which transport we are going to use during the holiday? Or what are we going to do during our holiday? So likewise, you have to ask the questions, and the answers should be written as a branch for the mind map. So then here is the example of the mind map for a talk on a Taiwan. So when it was, there were no online tools available. So you can see here that this mind map talks about the people of Taiwan, geography of Taiwan, history and politics of the Taiwan. And if you just check out with the paper and pen mind map versus the software mind map, so this will look like for a mind map for a Taiwan. So it is the same mind map, but the left hand side one is on a paper and pen, whereas the right hand side one is about the software. So like these are the different tools which I was talking about, the Mindomo, MindMister, MindMap and MindView tools. Out of these, few are the free tools, few are the paid tools. Obviously we need to understand whenever there are the free tools, the some of the applications would be lesser in the free tools as compared to the paid tools. So out of these, Mindomo is one of the free tools which we are going to use today to prepare one of the mind map. So this is an example of building a website. So here you can see that I want to build a suppose new website. So what are the main branches for that? So what is going to be my home? Start with the header, as it is at the 2. So what is going to be my header? Social icons, logo, page navigation, contact details. And here in the red, I have given the names of the person who are going to do work on this specific activity. Then is the footer. In footer, page navigation, social icons, latest blogs, post, and everything. And this is the person who is going to do for this activity. Then the design, then what are the sub branches for it. Then we are going to need the external contractor. So here it is given in, so the people who are been assigned that specific activity are given in red. The wherever we are going to need the outsourcing, we always say, or external help, then there the we have written as a given as a purple color. So you can easily find out कि अच्छा purple color दो बार है, तो there you are going to need the outside help. These red colors are the ones who are going to do the activity and all those things. So it is one of the example. If I want to build a website for my own research group or my own company or wherever. Then for any storytelling kind of a thing, like if I'm going to write a book, so as I was saying, so I can have a book ka main heading as my central theme. Then what are going to be the different chapters, like chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever number of chapters you have. In each chapter, what are the subheadings I'm going to include, one after the other. So the link between that also should be there. So and the chapter ka sequence, it should also be likewise, that the story should be complete. So this mind map gives me idea whether the link between each and every chapter is there. In specific chapter, the different subheadings are having the specific link. So overall the story of each chapter and then the total book is complete or not. The same way about the speech, like if I'm going to talk about the mind mapping, so first I'm going to give some introduction, then I'm going to give you some basic rules, then I'm going to give you some specific examples of the mind mapping. So likewise I can prepare the mind map for mind mapping topic 2. So likewise you can use it wherever you want and make your story complete. Then at the same time you can use it for, as I have told you, that you can just use it for taking the meeting loads. Like suppose there is in a company, there is a sales team ka meeting which is going on. So like you can just decide on ki Sarah's impending holiday, then new website launches there, figs are there, devs top wins are there, and who is going to do. Here you can check out that the different colors are being used for the different things, so that it will be easily remembered and recalled, and on one page easily you can take out whatever is been discussed in that specific meeting. So yes, so here we are towards the end of our we can say the session, where we are going to have just two activities, we can say. So the first activity what we are going to do is about making a mind map for career options. Like career option, whenever we say, like you being a bachelor student or for that matter master students, what are the different opportunities you can go for. The bachelor student or master student, you can go for a higher education, or you can go for a industrial job. Whenever you talk about the higher education, what you would like to do, like if you are B Farm, would you like to do for a MBA or a M Farm? For masters it could be a PhD. Then also in PhD or masters, would you like to do the your masters or PhD degree in India or abroad? In abroad also, if you want to go, wherever you want to go, or which country would you like to go, or you want to become an entrepreneur. So there could be different options which could be available to you, or which you can think of. And then what we will do is, as I have told you, that you if it would be better if you can have a paper and pen with you, and you have to prepare the mind map, conventional mind map, using the pen and paper for your own career options. So I will just give you 5 to 10 minutes so that you can prepare your own career option mind map. I will just send my WhatsApp number to you here in the chat box, and few of you can send me the photos of your mind map, and we will share those photos here. And then I will show you how I will also try to prepare the mind map for the career options, and we will share the mind maps for few students, and one my own mind map too. So we will start now, and I'm giving you 5 to 7 minutes. Maybe it's 12:13. So by 12:20, at least few of you can just prepare the pen and paper से आप mind map बनाइए and then send me on this number. So I'm just waiting for you people to start preparing the mind map, whatever rules I have told or whatever basic points I have told about how to prepare the mind map. Until then, I will just stop sharing the presentation because I will be making my own mind map for the career option. And we will again come back at 12:19 or 12:20. And I have sent you the my WhatsApp. I have only one number, so it is also a WhatsApp number. So a few of you can send me your photographs of your own mind maps on career options. So you can have higher education, job, entrepreneurship, or change of field, like your main branches. And then likewise, what could be the different location, what could be the further job, what could be the different sectors where you can do job, if entrepreneurship, where you can would you like to start your thing, or if you just want to change your field, so what could be the option if you would like to change the field. So likewise, you can just prepare your own mind map. So someone is asking, Madam, photo send करायचा या number वर? Yes, yes. So once you prepare your mind map, just if you don't want to disclose your name, I'm okay with that too. But I just want few photographs of the mind map. Okay, great. So I got two mind maps till now. I would be happy if you can send few more. You have time, 1-2 minutes more. Side by side, I am also preparing my own mind map for career options. Great. It's 12:19 already. I will just wait for 1 more minute because people are sending it. So we'll just wait for 1 minute more.
Recording in progress.
Great. I'm getting pretty good number of mind maps. So I will just share. I will not be able to copy paste each and everything. So whichever I have come first, I'm trying to add up as far as possible. And we'll just check out what people have written or what they have actually understood from this at least 1 hour or 1.5 hour. Kind of a lecture. Okay. So this is the last one I'm taking now. And then we will just check out what people have written. I will just share the screen. Yeah. Can you see the presentation? If somebody can answer in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am. We can see the mind
Yeah.
maps you have shared.
Yeah. So here are the total 5 or 6 mind maps I have tried to take in the presentation. So the first mind map here we can see we are not going to disclose the names. It is just for the sake of understanding what people have understood till now. So the career option as a central theme they have taken, and here is something I don't understand. Here after B Farm, and then they have written I want to do MBA in pharma marketing MBA, right? So can someone tell me what could be the perfect thing which has been done here, and what could have been more specified or something like that, or whatever the rules I have told accordingly, what should not have been done in this case? By chance you can write in the chat box. So here you can understand that, as I have told, that we should not write sentences, right? So we have to just use the keywords as far as follow. Yes, somebody is giving the answer, should not use the sentence. Perfect. Then the second one, if you can check out. So I'm very happy this person, whoever is there, they have used the colors and all those things, but it is just been given something like not as a career option, but they have just tried to make the mind map. So they have given main idea or the concept, uppercase, lowercase. I don't know what exactly they wanted to do, but otherwise this is like a different branches giving different colors so that you can remember the different things. Then the third one is the career options, where they have given the further education as one branch. In that, abroad or India, I for that what would you need? Yeah, so it is perfect. So there are different exams which you need to give if you want to give do the education abroad or India. So that they have given the exams names also. Then the further education is in MBA, top something they have written. Then the next is MTech, again, which are the great. So that person has also given the institutes where he or she has to do the higher education, like the IISc Bangalore, I hope it must be, and ICT. Then MPharm, if it needs to do, then NIPER is one of the best option. Then PG diploma courses also he can do. So further education, if not, then the doing job or further exploration. So R&D department में job कर सकते हैं, manufacturing of some drugs, and job plus preparation of government exam. Perfect. So this is also another option what you can do. Then there is a fourth one where they have given the mind map. Here you need to see to it that I think in the first earlier few slide only I have told that you have to write your central theme or the main problem to be solved or the main topic at the center of your paper. Okay, so whatever paper you take, the center should always be the central theme. So here they have written the career option at the top of the page, so that should not be done, but it is okay. It is the first step you are trying out. So at least you have started to think in that direction is what is important right now. So here they have given that that person must be doing obviously the pharmacy, then he can do the MPharm research, abroad studies, then after BPharm he can do marketing or medical shop. MPharm के बाद industrial sector, research in pharmacovigilance, research in academics, MPharm. So whatever this has been done, the options given are very good, but the way it has been written is not that acceptable, or that it is not that impactful, I would say. So it can be improved further. Then here it is another mind map where they have just given whatever all things can be done. So as a only the main branches, so the person can go in the academics, he can set up the medical. So again, to set up medical, so you don't need to write full thing. So it is a medical store is also fine. Continue hobby to writing. Okay, again, this can be written in a single keyword. Industrial job is fine, business is fine, further studies, pharmacy. Okay, so there are few things which are really very important or taken into consideration, but at the same time, when we are talking about the mind map, how you present the idea is also important. So how you make a mind map is also important, which is going to be impactful, which can be easily remembered and which can be easily recalled. So those things are also important. And one more mind map I think I have taken. Uh, yeah. So this is the another one where again they have given the academics, drug inspector, sales and marketing, entrepreneur, community pharmacist, higher education, M.Pharm, PhD, MBA. Okay, okay, hospital pharmacist. So they have given the different options, whatever can be done. But for sure, I'm very sure that once you start writing this down, they can you can easily think about the newer and newer and newer ideas about whatever topic you take. Right now we have taken a career option, which is obviously one of the important topic for all of you. And now we will see the career option mind map which I have prepared, and if you can learn little more from it if possible. Yeah, so here I have prepared the mind map with the central theme of career. So first thing, you can go with the higher education, as I have told you that we have to start with the point 2. So the higher education, in higher education you can choose the location within India, abroad India. Options can be technical or MBA. Then you can go for a job. Location, sometimes you have people have that notion of saying nahi mujhe mere ghar ke paas wala hi chahiye, ya I can do job anywhere. Which type of job would you like to go for, a private job or a government job? In private job it can be technical, sales and marketing, IT, academics. In government job it can be research institute, civil services, PSU companies and all those things. So again, here you can see when I was talking about that we should not the branches should not be joined together, but they can have a connection. So whenever you talk about the government job and go into the research institute, obviously there is a connection of the higher studies because you can do the higher studies there. So with that can be given as a dotted line. They are not rejoining, but they are been given as a dotted line. Then you can have an entrepreneurship where you can have a techie startup, production unit, marketing company, or a testing lab. So this could be the different option which you can have. Or as somebody has also written that changing the field or continuing with the hobby. So here, if you say about the changing the field, you can do the masters in the interdisciplinary area nowadays. Like if you can take my own example, like I have done my actually B.Pharm. So I am a by bachelor's, I am a B.Pharm, but after that I have changed my field, you can say. Or that time the interdisciplinary area was a little newer in 2004. I am talking about. So I have changed my field to the bioprocess technology, or you can talk in general about the biotechnology, or you can do internship in some other area, or in general you can go in music, sports. If you have some specific passion about it, work in films, you can go in armed forces, you can be a data scientist or something or the other. So likewise you can have this type of career option mind map, and then you can decide upon how you can go about it. So this was one of the activity which I wanted to plan, and which I had planned. Now the next thing, we will go towards little more professional kind of a thing. So if we would like to prepare a mind map for any specific company related to the nutraceutical. So I being a biotechnologist and now in the foods, and you people being a pharma in the pharma type of pharma academics. So we will just join together and we will just think about something nutraceutical. So which is related to the nutrition and the pharmaceutical, all of you must be knowing. So if suppose we want to develop or establish a company related to some nutraceutical product, So how we are going to go about it? So what we will do is I will just share the slide, the online tools, whatever I was talking about. So out of those, the Mind is one of the free online tool which is available. So all of you can use it. So we will just try to make a mind map on the development of the nutraceutical company. So, and I'm very sure that yesterday itself you have attended the lecture related to the entrepreneurship. So you must be knowing what are the basic parameters you need to consider whenever you need to have any specific company. So accordingly, we can just try to do a mind map on the nutraceutical company. So what you can do is either, because I'm not very sure going through the chat box every time will be possible for me. So otherwise, one by one, if you can just unmute yourself and let me know that what could be the another point which can be added. So I will just open the online tool and I will try to share the screen again. Stop sharing. Just a minute, I will just close down this presentation so that it will be easy for me. Yeah, can you see my screen? If somebody can answer in the chat box or unmuting yourself. Can you see the Minddomo website? Yes. Okay, great. Okay. So now, if we are planning to have a mind map on a company where we are going to produce some nutraceutical products and we just want to think about how we can go about it. Okay, so what are going to be the different departments for different department, what all are the other things which we are going to need and all those things. So what you need to do is, this is the website, that is minddomo.com. That there you can just sign up with your Google account. It is a free online tool for preparing the these mind maps. The only limitation here we can say, obviously the all the applications whatever are available in the paid kind of a thing will not be available, and here you can prepare 3 mind maps at a time. So you cannot prepare more than 3 mind maps in this case. So here we are going to do the preparation of the mind map for the nutraceutical company. Here is a create. If you can see, you have to just press on that. Then here are different types of the themes. You can say tree, organigram, timeline, outline, and all those things. So we are going to go with the blank mind map. Again, you have to just click here. And then here we are going to start with. So this is the central theme. So as I was telling you that whatever is your idea, you have to, the central idea, you have to write it in the center of your page. So here you can see that it has come as the center of our page. So now we were talking about the nutraceutical company. So that is why we have taken the nutraceuticals as our central theme. So now you have to just, there are just the 2 buttons which we need to understand, that one is the tab and the another is the enter. So if I just put up enter here, see, so the branch has come. Again, if I go back to the nutraceutical and enter, so the second branch will come. And if I go to the first level association and put up tab, then the subtopic will come. So likewise, we can prepare our mind map. So the first thing, again, I will just go back to show you. So the first thing, we have started with the nutraceutical, and we are going to go with the, हम लोगों का, if we need to plan a company, so what are the things which we need to think about? So can somebody tell me what is going to be the first thing you will think about? What are the different departments which we need to have and how we have to think about it? Can somebody unmute themselves and answer? I'm very sure that yesterday each and everything, yeah, so somebody has answered the raw material. Okay, so the raw material will come into which department, you can say? So the raw material is right, but which department it will? Production department, right? So what you need to have first level association is the production department, right? So now in the production department, the one thing whatever you were talking about was the raw material. Then anything else you would need in the production? What all things are going to be needed? So here also, if we need to go little more about it, so here you can say as a sourcing. Okay? And in sourcing, what all things we need to do? So there you can talk about this inventory management you have to do. And the raw material. So suppose in our case, we are going to do something related to the extraction of some bioactive from the garlic. Okay. So in that case, what is going to be our raw material? Our raw material is going to be garlic, and what other thing we would need are the solvents, right? So this is about the production. In production, we need to source few things. So out of which the inventory management is another one important criteria. Then raw material, in raw materials, we will need the garlic and solvents. Then what other thing you will need here? So after the sourcing, what is the basic methods or the techniques you are going to use? So here we will say about the technology. What technology you are going to use? Okay, I'm just production department, vendor, yeah, raw material, okay, health and equipment, expert person, perfect. So there are a number of answers which are been given, so we will just go one by one. So after sourcing, there is a technology which we need to think about. So in technology, what we are going to do, obviously, as I said, that we are going to extract something from the garlic. Okay, so the first technique is the extraction technique we are going to need. Then the second thing, after extraction, we are going to do the concentration of that specific bioactive whatever has been there, and then purify. Okay, so these are the basic things you need to decide कि ये हम लोगों को लगेगा. After that, in machinery, what else we are going to need is the in the production we are going to need is the machinery. Somebody has given that answer. So what type of machinery and all those things we can think about that. Then in after machinery, what else is related to the production department? Can be packaging. So in packaging, can somebody tell me what all things we need to consider? What could be the different things which we need to consider here in packaging? Estimation, machinery, feedback link, okay. So in anything specific to packaging, if somebody can answer? labeling, packaging material, ingredients, perfect. So in case of the packaging, once the first thing, suppose what we are going to do, are we going to have whatever our product is it in the strips or the strips form? So it would be maybe the tablets maybe, or is it going to be a liquid form, so that maybe there we will need the different types of bottles. So if we talk about the bottles, then again, which type of bottle we would need, glass bottle or the plastic bottle we would need. Then in packaging, what else we would need after bottles? So the labeling, somebody was saying, yes. So in labeling, what are the things which we need to decide upon? So one, first foremost is the manufacturing date we would need. Then what else? The expiry date we would need. What else needs to be there? Ingredients. So the what is the composition we need to write. What else needs to be written on the labeling for the labeling part? Manufactured by. So the company name. Perfect. So these are the specific things which we need to do in the labeling part. Okay, so once the production department is been done, so what is the another thing which we would be needing? Anyone? So this, whatever we have talked about till now is about the production department. So what is the another department which we would need? Marketing. Okay, so we can talk about okay. So before that, if we can just have a storage department, right? If we can just have one more, as a suppose somebody was saying as a sales or the marketing, right? So in sales or marketing, what else we would need? What all things are should be taken by the sales and or marketing department? Manufacturing department, where it to storage. Okay. Now we will talk about the sales and marketing. So about sales and marketing department, what all things needs to be taken down by the taken care by the sales and marketing department? So is it the first thing is a cell? So we can maybe say it as a distribution. So in distribution again, what different types of things we can talk about? Quality control department, sales promotion. Yes, sales promotion, great. So in distribution, first we will talk about, suppose the direct sell we can do obviously. Okay. Then if not, then there could be different distributors which we can think about who can distribute our product. Then nowadays online sell. So online sell can be a different thing. So this is about the distribution of whatever different products we are making. Then sell promotion, perfect. So in case of the sell promotion, yeah. So here we can say as a promotional activity, maybe. Okay. So in promotional activity, what could be the different things which we can use? In promotional activity, space, area, demand, advertisement. Yeah, so the promotion for promotional activity, what could be the different things which can be done? Advertisement. Okay, okay. No, for the promotional activity, specific. So like we can take example of exhibitions where we can put up our products, or there like for different companies, like there are different demonstrations. or if you must be knowing that there are different conferences where you can have your own products to be there. So likewise, we can have the promotional activity. Okay. Free sample, giving the free sample is the another thing. Okay. So along with the promotional activity, the first another important thing is the advertisement which we need to do. So what are the different sources we can say where the advertisement can be done? If somebody can tell me how can we do the advertisement? Television, okay. So the TV, anything else? Newspaper, perfect. Okay. Posters, social media, okay. So we can say it as a magazines or something. Again, another thing what you are saying is about the social media, okay. In social media, if you can tell me anything specific. So there are nowadays FB where the number of cells are been done, or the Instagram, you can say. WhatsApp is one of the important social media, we can say, where the advertisement can be done. Yes, right. LinkedIn, perfect. Then anything else? Do you feel that I'm not very sure how many of you nowadays actually talk about the radio and all those things? But if you can use the radio too as a social media, or you even if not, then as a general Facebook, yes. So Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp, LinkedIn can be taken for the advertisement. Okay, so now we will just FM radio, yeah. So we will just stop about this sales and marketing, because most of the things are been covered for the sales and marketing. Then anything else which department we should think about? Shall we think about the location and building for the our company? So that is another important thing which we need to consider. Along with that, shall we talk about the R&D? And in case of R&D, what is basically another important point? Website, yes. So in R&D, we will just talk about the technical knowledge is one of the important thing which we need to consider. So R&D, location and building, production, sales and marketing, anything one of the important another parameter, or the human resources, perfect. Somebody has given the answer, human resources. Human resources, okay. So can you tell me, in case of the human resources, what all things need to be considered? What all kind of knowledge would be? Knowledge about drug funds, recent updates, PhD student, okay, yeah. So when you say the PhD student, so you mean the technical person should be there, right? Then along with that, who should be there? The finance person should be there. Anything else? Sales and marketing person should be there. So these are the three major departments in case of the human resources, and the support staff, which is very important. Sensitization of the worker. So it is the next level ka thing. Once you start with the company and see to it that if your cell is not that level and all those things, so you need to sensitize the worker. So that is another level which we will not require right now in this mind map. Then
मैंने भरा ना अभी.
हाँ अभी नहीं change
okay, so
करेंगे.
can you
नया link
just
है ना?
switch off,
ये क्या?
mute yourself? Somebody is talking. Can you just please mute yourself? Yeah. So now after the human resources, any specific thing? Somebody was talking about the finance. So the finance. So in finance, can you tell me what all things can be taken into consideration now if I want to establish my company? So from where I need to get the funds and all? Somebody has written the funds and all those things. Yeah. So here it could be the self-funded thing. Then you can take bank loans. There are different government schemes also. You can think about anything else. There are angel investors. Who can also finance your company, right? So likewise, here you can just see now. So we have production department, from where different things are there, location and building, human resources, what all things can be considered, R&D, where the technical knowledge or the technical persons are needed. Then finance, what all different types of finance we can get. Sales and marketing, what are the major roles of the sales and marketing person, and so on and so forth. So this is the major. I hope all of you can see. Can you see the mind map properly? So from here you can check out. From the production line to the location and building, human resources, finance, R&D, sales and marketing. So this is the random mind map which we have decided. Obviously there should be little more logic, because I have created the mind map based on the answers whatever I was getting in the chat box. So yes, so somebody is talking about the regulatory affairs. So that is another important department which is so important, right? So in regulatory, what type of FDA approval or something you need to take, or suppose for that matter, if you are producing the organic kind of a thing, then you can have a organic certification and all those things. So whatever, so what kind of company is there, accordingly we can decide upon what type of regulatory certificates and all those things are being required. Perfect. Perfect. Anything else coming to your mind? Yes. So I think FSSAI, yes, right. So in our case, suppose we are talking about the nutraceutical product. So here you can talk about if it is a pharma drug specifically, then FDA or FSSAI, right? So likewise, see now in just a single page, we have decided that what all are the different departments you need to have. In each and every department, what all are the subheadings, out of which under that what are the other subheadings. Suppose now in this case I have to give this sales and marketing work to somebody. So what you need to do is, if you just click on this square, there is a triangle, you have to click on that, and there are different options which are been given. So here it is like a what type of theme you would like to have. It is like a what type of text or link if you want to add up, if some emojis you would like to add up. You can also give the audio to that specific thing. Then what different types of colors you would like to have. So this is the different types of theme, or which type of diagram would you like to have. And yes, so here suppose, if as I was talking about the teamwork, so if you want to give the specific work to specific person, so suppose here my name is already been there, so I am assigning this sales and marketing name to Jyoti Gokhale, that is JG, it has been given. So here now you can see the start date. So it is can be from the today, and my end date is that I have been assigned that by 24th of February, I should be able to do this work. Then there are other things like the priority kya hai, kaun se level, like there are different things which needs to be done. So for them, what is the priority? So is it the second level priority, or it is a seventh level priority? So whatever different priorities you would like to give, you can give. Suppose as I was talking, that if there is another person, like I am the salesperson in that case, and I have completed my 50% of the responsibility. So when this mind map is been shared, I can write down at what level work is been done. So here you can just check out, if you can see, I'm not very sure. See here, JG is the person to whom the work has been given, that is Jyoti Gokhale, on which date it has been given, when it should be completed, what is the priority. Here it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And this circle, it shows that this is 50% of my work is already been done. So if I would have written it as a 10, then it would have been little lesser, like 10 degree only. So likewise, the different work can be given to the different persons. Okay, so there are now different questions coming for the career options. So maybe we can have another session for this, or you can contact me directly. My number has been given, my email ID will be there at the end of the presentation. So you can just take out that. So this was about the general mind map, how we can prepare. So I just wanted to give you an idea, because just telling you the this is the mind map and these are the basic rules and everything is something different. And when we prepare by ourselves, is a different kind of experience we get. So that's why I just wanted to give you that specific experience. So yeah, that's it from my side. And thank you so much for listening to this lecture. And I hope you have understood basic things at least about the mind map, how to prepare it and all those things. And I'm sure you will use this mind map in both your professional and personal life. And you will have your own structured way of doing things. So wish you a very happy critical thinking and innovative ideas in your life. And I would just say that keep learning every day. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Jyoti madam, for a nice presentation. This is really a workshop where we have done the activity, 2 activities we have done, and we have seen that by the inputs from the students, we have generated a very good mind map of the nutraceutical, which cover almost all parts. My dear students and participants, see that this is really going to be helpful for your studies also. And as madam has mentioned, you take the inputs from 3 or 4 students or 5 students, as many as possible. So I think for the studies, you make a group of 4 or 5, take a topic, discuss it, and sit together and prepare a mind map by taking the inputs, and then share it amongst your class or amongst all the other groups. So that is going to be beneficial for your studies. And this way you will be inculcating the habits of generating the mind maps. And I know that if you make this habit, you will be definitely using this habit during your critical thinking process of innovation. When you want to develop a new product, new strategies will be required. In that case, this mind map will be going to be very useful for the success of your ideas and for the success of your business or innovations. Really, madam, this is a very good this one workshop. And I got a feedback from the faculty members also that, sir, it was very nice presentation, and we know many things how you can incorporate the various aspects of the mind map into one page. So thank you so much, madam. I am sharing the certificate from the management and principal as appreciation for your wonderful lecture. So just I will share it on this Zoom platform.
Thank you from my side, sir, for inviting me to deliver this talk. And it is my honor to deliver a talk to. And as I was telling you that I am a B.Pharm by bachelor, so I have that in my heart for B.Pharm students always.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I'm available anytime. My number has been given. My email ID has been there. So if students would like to contact me regarding any professional thing, they can anytime contact me.
Yeah, yeah, this is the certificate, madam. Certificate of appreciation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think, is it visible to everybody, certificate?
No, Bhai sir. Yes,
Yeah.
now it's visible.
Now, okay. Yeah, thank you so much, madam. Thank you. Now I request our senior faculty member, Mirza Said Beg sir, to propose the vote of thank.
Thank you very much, sir. All the special delegates, speakers, and students, a very good afternoon to all. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to all dignitaries assembled here. Let me start first of all by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's day a resounding success. I would like to thank our management and in charge principal, Dr. Abu Bakr Salam Bawazir, for giving us the opportunity to organize today's online workshop on the topic critical thinking and innovation through mind mapping. I would like to thank our today's speaker, Dr. Mrs. Jyoti Sontakke ICT Assistant Professor, Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai, who enlightened this function with her knowledgeable guidance, inspirational and expertise thought, motivating our college students and other delegates across the region. I would like to thank Dr. KG Bahiti sir, HOD Pharmaceutical Chemistry Department, ICC IIC Coordinator, staff members, students, participants, volunteers, and last but not the least, our beloved audience for making this function a great success. Once again, I thank one and all present here. Thank you very much. As sir has already announced, for getting the certificate, you have to compulsorily fill the feedback form, which is shared in the chat box of the workshop. All the delegates, all the students can see that. You have to fill that feedback form. After filling, you will get your certificate, e-certificate on your registered email ID within 2 to 3 days. So with the permission of in charge principal, we can conclude the session. So sir, if you have the permission, we can conclude the session now.
Yes, sir. But before that, I will congratulate ma'am for giving a wonderful session. And I will request KG Bhati sir to keep one more session of ma'am so that the student can get more and more knowledge about the mind mapping and all that thing. Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Now, I conclude that the session is over now. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.